my personal challenge or journey with Holacracy is also very much about finding myself again and again and again in the state of total beginner and not knowing, far more questions than answers. And I think that is also, it's the aspect of personal growth that is attached to that system in terms of, okay, there is thousands of options you could take and you could choose, and it's up to you to take individual judgment also. And that's what it does to me also, to, if I think I know, the system pushes back and there is more questions than answers again, and I love to explore that, and it's for my personal growth extremely helpful. And I want to thank you, Brian. You made it really easy for us to co-deliver with you, and it was a great experience. Thanks a lot.
Well, wow, it's exciting for me to see this, to see people from a culture that's not my native one, that's halfway, quarter way around the world, all taking this, and you're going to do something with it. Because ultimately this doesn't achieve anything. There's no change, nothing, until this actually happens and you do something. And I do feel like this has the potential to have a huge impact on people and society in the world. We spend a lot of time at work, and our systems and structures we're in at work reinforce patterns in us even. And when we're in parent-child systems, that reinforces something. And when we can show up adult to adult as leaders and self-leaders, and that changes the way we relate to power. That's my personal purpose. I show people a radical new way of organizing power. And yet I feel like showing is just the beginning. Right? To use the matrix has been referenced here. I love handing out those red pills, right? But it doesn't matter at all unless people take them and then go do something with them. And to use that metaphor, you are all the Neo of that story, right? You've just taken the red pill. I apologize, you can never unsee what you've just seen, right? You've tasted a different way of organizing and relating to power. Your own and others, and power together in a system, and now you get to go change the world with it, right? Which is really exciting. You all are the pioneers that are bringing this and making it real, putting it in practice, showing people a new way of showing up every day in their lives and relating to their power and other people's power differently and on a more adult-to-adult level, which I think is just so fundamentally powerful. And perhaps if we have that experience in our companies, it'll change the way we look to our world politicians and leaders, and maybe we'll find other ways to be together as a society that is more adult to adult and more mature than what we've seen in the past. And I do think our world is calling on us, demanding us to show up differently. Right? The strategies of the past 100 years worked beautifully. Look where our world is. We've seen more amazing progress in so many ways than we ever have before in human history, in the past couple of centuries. And yet I don't think those strategies are going to get us to the next leap in human history. I think we need new ways. I don't know if Holacracy is the answer, but the cool thing about Holacracy is it's not static. It relies on people like you going and doing it, and then evolving it. It itself is an evolutionary system. And it will evolve when people do it and they find its limits and they find its edges and they contribute to its development. And together we will learn new ways of organizing and new ways of showing up and new ways of building institutions that will take our world forward. And it takes pioneers to do it. It takes people willing to swallow that red pill and go say, I'm going to basically push against and fight all of the existing processes, mental models, mindsets, and cultures in the business world today to try to do something new. It's a really big challenge. And yet I cannot imagine a way to have a greater impact on our world than having a community, a critical mass doing this. So it's my privilege to welcome 40 new people to the Holacracy community, and more broadly, the community of people looking for new ways in organizations. So thank you all for being here. It's been a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.